How is it going today? Loyalists, my name's Dwayne.
My name's Jazz.
We're Dwayne and Jazz. Today we have for you Film Theory. The Film Theorist. Disney lied to you? High School Musical?
Did you watch High School Musical? I'm guessing you did.
I did.
You did? Oh.
Babe was Ashley Tisdale. Anyway,
not anymore.
If you guys have any reaction requests, please follow us on all our social medias in the link in the description below. And don't forget to
subscribe.
Let's dive on in.
I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Zac Efron, you stole my career, sir. It should have been me as Troy Bolton in High School Musical. We both dance, act, and sing, except one of us doesn't need to use auto-tune. We both performed as kids, we were both born less than a year apart, and we can both rock the short and long hairstyles. And even look at that steely gaze. We are exactly the same. We are mostly the same.
I remember seeing that in the movie theaters. Remember?
Yeah. I remember Dante was like, what did he say?
What?
Dante was like, don't you think Zac Efron is hot or something like that? Remember he was on a live stream?
No, you could admit that. So you mean to tell me that he's ugly?
He's handsome. But he said he was cute. He said he was cute or something, I don't remember.
So it's basically the same thing.
Get you ahead of the game if the game is reinterpreting beloved childhood franchises. If you still haven't figured out what we're talking about today, well,
I didn't like past Zac.
Yeah, past Zac.
When he got older, that's when he was
because
better.
Today's episode is all about High School Musical. That's right, here on Film Theory, we only tackle the freshest, hottest made-for-TV movie series that haven't seen an installment in nearly a decade. Unless you count Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
I obviously do. But in all seriousness, when I was still acting in theater, I was in a big regional production of High School Musical as Troy's understudy, and that gave me plenty of time to overthink the plot in between bouts of icing our vocal cords. This kind of thing was my life when I was a teenager. Musicals, theater, show choir, you name it. If there was a chance for me to perform on stage and not
Wow, I didn't even know he did all this.
Well, boy howdy was I involved. And after spending so much time studying the show, I've always had a bone to pick with HSM. Well, a few bones actually, because there is no way Juilliard is really gonna send acting scouts to a random public high school in Albuquerque to watch a show rigged by a student. Anyway, the main bone I'm here to pick is this. The movies bend over backwards trying to convince you that Sharpay, the quote-unquote spoiled rich theater diva, is the villain of these stories, but she's not. In fact, when you stop and actually look across the entire series, Sharpay is like the only one with redeemable qualities. You hear that, Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron? Your empire of fame is built on lies. Lies, I say. You think this is all just a chip on my shoulder? Well, let's look at the evidence and bop to the bottom of this case. Now, in case you need a cram session before this High School Musical final exam, here it is in a nutshell. In the original High School Musical, our heroes Gabriella and Troy meet when they do karaoke together at a New Year's Eve party, conveniently finding out shortly thereafter that Gabriella is transferring to Troy's school. Actually, just the plot of Grease. She's a science nerd who wants to find a new place for herself at the school, and he's a star basketball player who wants to find a new place for himself in Gabriella's pants. On a whim, they decide to audition for the High School Musical.
Oh my God.
Oh, I get it. I get the title now. Even though they're turned away for being too late and they didn't prepare anything, they still miraculously get a callback for the two lead roles. This doesn't sit too well with Sharpay and her twin brother Ryan, who are diehard members of the drama club. Which, now that I'm writing it out, when the villain of your movie is supposed to be the theater kid, you should already be asking yourself some questions. Oh no! They're gonna put me to shame with their box steps. Don't you plot a ray in my direction? Oh, they're pulling out the viewpoints. She's commenting on my stance.
Oh, you what? Okay.
Okay. Anyway, Sharpay and Ryan convinced the drama teacher to move the callbacks to the same day as Troy's basketball championship and Gabriella's scholastic decathlon. Oh no! Conflict! Troy and Gabriella's other friends think they should choose between the activities they've already committed to.
All the girls. Oh my God. Yeah, what happened to him?
Yeah, they're the hot
all the girls were talking
they
about
him.
So they do. Troy and Gabriella win everything, including the leads for the musical, the decathlon, and the last shot of the basketball game. Wow, growing up is so difficult when you're young and beautiful. High School Musical 2 is pretty much the same thing, but over the summer and with a country club talent show instead of a musical. High School Musical 3 is pretty much the same thing as High School Musical 1.
I don't think I saw 3.
Focused on college. Got it? Good. So what makes Sharpay the villain? Well, ask anyone who knows these movies and their arguments fall into one of 3 camps. 1, she's a diva who won't share the spotlight. 2, she's trying to steal Troy away from Gabriella. And 3, she's a spoiled rich girl who expects everything to be handed to her. That's what these movies want you to believe. But if you actually stop and objectively look at her actions across these cinematic masterpieces, you see that this could not be further from the truth. Complaint number 1, Sharpay is a diva who won't share the spotlight. Very early on in the first High School
Musical,
we established that Sharpay is super mean. Just look at this conversation.
Oh, Were you going to sign up too? My brother and I have started all the school's productions, and we really welcome newcomers. There are a lot of supporting roles in the show. I'm sure we can find something for you.
Alright, so there's definitely a tone issue, but let's think about what
Yeah.
she's actually saying. She isn't discouraging the pretty new girl from auditioning. In fact,
She's saying
she
just
even
go ahead.
says that they welcome new people into the club, going so far as to say that there's lots of roles, so she'd be likely to get one even if
Supporting.
Gabriella's
But supporting, though, so
new
that's
to
like
performing
shade.
on stage. Which,
Major
let's
shade.
not forget, she absolutely is. This girl is so inexperienced that she freezes up at the freaking audition.
I can't do it, Troy. Not with all these people staring at me.
Oh, that's
you
so
can't do it, can you?
old.
Well, it's not like people are going to be staring at you if you're the lead character in a musical or anything. Sharpay is definitely full of herself to assume that she'll just be the lead, but then again, no one else signs up to audition for the lead. We see the sign-up sheet, and even if they did,
It's just
just
her.
look at the other talent that she'd have to go up against.
I want you to know.
That was bad.
This feeling like no other.
It's hard to believe that I couldn't sneeze. See?
East High, not quite the strongest arts program. And yes, at first it might seem underhanded that she convinces Miss Darvis, the theater teacher, to change the callbacks to the same day as the basketball game, but Sharpay is just testing Gabriella and Troy's results.
dedication.
They're really committed to the show. Because, let's face it, Gabriella and Troy are committed to other activities already. Other friends and each other. What else does Sharpay have besides theater and a brother who
Nothing.
wears stupid hats? Now, the idea of testing their commitment may seem absurd, but her fears are well-founded. In High School Musical 3, Troy actively ditches out of the first act of his senior year show so he can drive to visit Gabriella while she's away at another school.
Troy Bolton just sent me a text.
Been driving all night. I'll try to make it for the second act. Break a leg.
Break a leg? What does that mean?
Dude, that's showbiz, but you're going on tonight.
Yeah, guys, sorry for completely trashing the months of work we put into this thing.
Why did you choose
Something
that
about my
photo?
super hot, super nerdy girlfriend. Don't worry though, I'll be there to grace the show with my six-pack abs in the second act. And let's not forget, a true diva would rather not be a part of the show at all instead of playing second fiddle to someone else. Well, in none of the High School Musical movies does Sharpay ever get the glory, but she comes around in all three. After Gabriella gets the lead in High School Musical, Sharpay is cast as her understudy, but still congratulates her and tells her to break a leg.
Well, congratulations.
True, I remember that
You're going to be the understudy in case you can't make one of the shows, so break a leg.
And we find out in the beginning of HSM 2 that Sharpay even gave Gabriella vocal exercises that helped her in the role.
Sharpay,
What
we
was
got
it?
off to a rough
What was
start,
it?
but you really
It was like
you helped me with the Winter Musical. Those vocal exercises?
That's surprisingly
And she did, like, the
for
little
someone who is
weird, like,
supposedly so big into
Yeah.
music. Now, as we look into that, Sharpay and Troy are
Yeah.
excited to sing together on
Thing.
Country Club's talent show. Her brother Ryan and his stupid hat betrays his sister by giving Troy a new song to sing with Gabriella so that Sharpay can participate in the one thing that she was looking forward to the entire summer. What'd she do? Well, instead of making a scene and wrecking the show, Sharpay recovers, chooses to sing as a part of the group, wins the Star Dazzle Award as Best Performer, then graciously gives that award to her brother who just stabbed her in the back.
The Star Dazzle for this year.
I didn't
goes
even
to,
look at it like that because, you know, I was
of
little.
My
Yeah.
brother, Ryan Evans.
And at the end of High School Musical 3, when Sharpay isn't chosen for one of the scholarships to Juilliard, even though her brother and his stupid hat is, we learn that she's going to help run the high school's drama department the following year. A role for which there will be zero glory. Sharpay is just committed to making her school's drama program great. She always wants to be the star, but are we really faulting someone for wanting to be the best? A true diva wouldn't let anyone near her spotlight.
I think it was
And
just 'cause she
clearly
was
Sharpay
rich
is
and
along for the
spoiled.
ride, even
That's
if she
why.
isn't getting all the glory. Complaint number 2. Sharpay is trying to steal Troy away from Gabriella. So perhaps a
Kinda.
bigger sin of Sharpay's is that she has goals to date Troy, who is sometimes happily in a relationship with Gabriella. So what nefarious deed does she do to win him over? Does she kiss him? Does she push Gabriella off a cliff?
No.
Does she drug him and shave off that mop of hair so she can swim deeper and deeper into his cool blue winter crystal-like eyes? No! Sharpay's evil plan is to get Troy a job at her family's country club, then get him promoted so he'll be paid better, and then also introduce him to members of the University of
Just
Albuquerque
better his
basketball
wife.
team so he'll have a better shot at getting a scholarship the following year.
What a shame that Troy's only busting dishes all summer, given that he's a potential star for your alma mater, Daddy.
The U of A Redhawks would be very interested in him.
Troy's very concerned about college.
Really? How's Coach Bolton these days?
How dare she? And what
How dare
insane
you?
favor does she ask of him in return that he sing with her in a talent show?
She's basically offering him a college education just to sing with her in the talent show.
Which, it probably should be mentioned, when push comes to shove, he doesn't do. Meanwhile, let's look at what some of the quote-unquote good guys do back in High School Musical 1. In order to get Troy and Gabriella
was trying to
back
figure out
into the
what
game,
weird
their
Corbin
best
went.
friends trick Troy into saying he doesn't care about Gabriella in front of a hidden camera, and then they force Gabriella to watch it. So, who's the bigger villain
Her
here?
friends.
The person trying to win over a guy in a relationship by being nice to him, or the people using hidden cameras to break up their friend's relationship
Right.
that doesn't serve their needs? But oh, it's okay for them. But Sharpay's actions are unforgivable? Yeah, I don't think so. And complaint number 3. Sharpay is a spoiled rich girl who expects everything to be handed to her. Now, the rich part is absolutely right. Throughout
Correct.
the High School Musical
Yeah.
movies, we learned that Sharpay's family owns a resort and uses a private helicopter. But expecting everything to be handed to her? Nothing could be further from the truth. In the straight-to-DVD classic Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, Sharpay moves to New York City to try to make it as an actress.
I did not see
And
that.
her
I didn't
father
see this
gives
at
her
all. I
1
didn't
month
know
to make a
this
career for herself, or else she'll have to return home. Does Sharpay kick and scream about it? No. Actually, she goes and makes the best of it and tries to network with a director who voiced interest in casting her.
I'm gonna meet with that casting director, get the part, be a star, and have a palace.
And when she finds out that that director was actually
Oh, look
interested
at the
in
little
casting her dog and not her, sure, it absolutely sucks, but she seizes the opportunity and gets hired as the personal assistant to the star of the show,
Intern.
who then makes her run errands all night and scrub toilets. Does Sharpay refuse and resolve to destroy the star's career? No, once again. She recognizes that getting it in with someone in the industry is how people get a shot in show business. So she does all the star's menial chores, then destroys her career. The point is, across all 4 installments of the franchise, Sharpay gets knocked down time and time and time again, losing the lead role, getting betrayed by her brother, not getting into the college she wants, getting passed over for a dog, but she never once gives up on what matters to her. She never stops believing in herself.
What about your dream of being a star?
It's still there. It's just a little bit more of a dream than a reality.
And she's even gracious enough to help others out, like Gabriella and this weird snooty kid with a performing King Charles Spaniel, Sharpay's Fabulous Adventures. By the end of the series, she gets the satisfaction not only of coming out on top, but also of doing it entirely on her own. And that, my friends, is the most
How come we didn't know about that
hero-esque
movie?
arc that
Maybe
I
we
did not-
stopped watching
Yeah.
Disney
across
Channel.
the
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know when it came out.
series. Zeke had it right the
2011.
entire
So I was
time.
still in high
You
school. I
actually get to
don't.
know her.
But that was when I was.
And the so-called
Yeah, I
heroes in
didn't
these
watch
movies
it.
don't even let him finish talking about keeping an open mind to a fellow classmate. Well done, Wildcats. Well done. That's all well and good, Matt Pat. You're probably saying right
Isn't
now
that
that
from
the High School Musical needs a
Yeah.
villain.
Gravity Falls?
So
Yeah.
who's the villain? Well, you're in luck because the series does indeed have someone who is truly spoiled. Someone who doesn't deserve the things they have coming to them, and then is ungrateful for the opportunities that come their way. It is none other than the six-packed auto-tuned wonder, Troy Bolton. I mean, it starts all the way back in the first movie. When the time comes for Troy and Gabriella to audition, they chicken out. They only gather enough courage after it's too late.
We take these shows very seriously here at East High. I called for the pairs audition, and you didn't respond. Free period is now over.
But apparently not seriously enough, since Miss Darvis
She
hears
still
them
put
singing
them
and then
on.
gives them a call back anyway.
Yeah.
Montez, you have a callback.
And if you want to talk about someone who won't share the spotlight, well, look no further than Troy Bolton in High School Musical 2 when Troy's invited to play pickup basketball with the players on the University of Albuquerque's team. An opportunity, I should mention, he only gets thanks to Sharpay. His friends on the high school team ask
They
him to
didn't
go,
get to.
and Troy doesn't even consider it
Yep.
before he refuses.
Hey,
He treated them like lackeys.
Hey, why don't you tell him to come over here and mix it up? We'll show him some gang.
I don't think that's how they roll. It's a close practice.
But yesterday he said we're gonna play 2-on-2 after work.
Just flat out ditches him.
Ditches him,
Speaking of
yeah.
being a bad friend, he breaks pretty much every promise he makes to his girlfriend Gabriella in High School Musical 2, then uses Sharpay's affections to get more money and access to people who can help him out.
An entire table of university
He uses her.
are coming to see you, thanks to me.
So I'll be there later. They'll be thrilled.
Troy, this could change your life.
I'm more interested about what my friends think of me.
All in return for singing a song at a talent show with Sharpay that he acts like is a huge chore the entire time, and then
After she
ultimately
did all
doesn't
that for him.
deliver on.
We'll sing some other time, though. With me. Promise?
Promise.
Well, sorry, Mr. Swoopy Bags. Didn't mean to give you an opportunity to pay for the college that you said you
He
couldn't
was talking
afford.
about his hair.
Troy's very concerned about college.
Really? How's Coach Bolton these days?
No, fantastic.
Outstanding. Next time I see Country Club Princess, I'm gonna launch her and her paint card straight into the lake.
I'll build the ramp, buddy.
Speaking of that job, by the way, Troy spends most of the movie worried about money, but then spends most of his time at the job getting others to completely ignore their duties.
I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Fulton.
Or Troy's just slacking off with his friends.
Mr. Fulton, this was my idea. She had nothing to do with it.
I generously overlooked your previous break violation. But then came the golf course jaunt. And now, this. 2 strikes.
It is a job. You gotta do your job
Yeah.
to earn the money. You're gonna have to earn your way into that college, Troy. Or maybe you don't, because life hands Troy Bolton whatever
Everything.
the F he wants. At the end of High School Musical 3, it's announced that Troy will attend UC Berkeley because he chooses
Basketball. But I've also chosen theater.
Yeah, Troy, are they letting you play basketball at Berkeley? Who did your coach father have to pay off to make that one happen? Because UC Berkeley is a big-time Division I sports
Is it?
school, which, for everyone who doesn't talk sports, translates to these guys are serious about their athletics. In the
Did you wanna go there?
2017-2018 college
Oh.
basketball season, no starting player on the UC Berkeley team is shorter than 6
Wow.
foot 3 inches. Zac Efron is 5'8". He is shorter than me, which begs the question, how is Troy Bolton, the theater basketball double
I didn't know
threat
Zach
able
was
to
that
manage
short.
So that means that-
Just
wait,
because things
aren't you
are
like
handed
5'8",
to him.
5'10"?
His spot on the basketball team, his job
Which
at
one?
the country club, and let's not forget that
5'11",
he never even
6 feet
formally
with my
auditioned
my
for the
shoes
show
on.
in the original High
Excuse
School
me.
Musical. If you're looking for somebody to hate these movies, maybe look away from the
I'm
hard-working
like,
rich
nah,
girl
I'm
and look a bit
I'm like
more at the popular kid who
5'10"
always gets
without my
whatever he
shoes on.
wants, whether he deserves
5'9"
it
and
or
a half or
not.
something like
I
that.
guess
Some
good things
3/4 or
come
something like
to
that.
those with
just know
abs.
it's just
I'm gonna
smaller.
start
Yeah.
doing some crunches. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And, you know, as hard as I tried, I couldn't figure out how to prove that High School Musical was in the same universe as Breaking Bad. Even though Gabriella is a science whiz who has been moving every year and might be
'cause
being
she's a
chased
drug
by the
dealer.
DEA or Gus Fring's daughter or something. Hey, if you can make an airtight connection, let me know, because that would be the best theory ever. High School Musical is the prequel to Breaking Bad? In the meantime, hit the subscribe button.
I don't
and ensure
think
that you
so.
get more
I don't think so.
But no, I didn't see Sharpay's Adventure. I did not see that one.
I didn't see that movie. I didn't see 3.
Yeah, I didn't see 3 either. I think I stopped at 2.
Only saw
I think I
2.
saw 2. I
Yeah.
barely saw that.
And the reason I
Everybody
watched
was
High School
because everybody was like, "Oh
Musical,
my God,
everybody
High School
was
Musical is
talking
great."
about it. Everybody was
Zac-
talking about it, so I
Zac
tried to see
Efron.
what was the...
Yeah, Zac Efron is Bay, Corbin Blue is Bay, and I was like,
everybody was
Tom.
on Corbin Blue a
A lot.
lot.
Yeah, they were a
lot. They were
way
on
more
him.
on him. Didn't he have his own spinoff after the show?
Did he?
Like, yeah, wasn't it with what's her face?
Oh.
Yeah, it was with
It was
Kiki
a
Palmer.
Yeah, it was a jumping rope, right?
Yeah, yup.
Yeah.
Yup.
It was yeah,
Kiki
doing
Palmer,
double
yup,
dutch and
yup,
stuff. Yeah,
yes.
I remember that.
Cause they was on him. They was on him, bro.
They had
They
that
was
song.
on
It
him.
was
Yup.
like, push it
Yeah.
to the limit. Like I know what? I can't know that
You're a
song.
little too excited, Jack.
That was a good song. You can't even lie.
Don't tell me you had a crush on them too.
It was Tad.
I knew it, cause she was like, she was getting a little too excited. Push it. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, dog.
It was a tad, okay? Because for one, I thought that he was cute back then. I don't now. I thought that he was cute. And the fact that he played basketball too in the High School Musical thing, he was like on a basketball team. I was like, oh, and that piqued my interest. And you can't even lie. That's how I got you. You played basketball in front of me, and you saw I was just like zoned in on you when somebody else was talking to me. Somebody else was having a full conversation with me, and they're right here, and I'm over there looking at you because you're playing basketball. Angel was making your shots too.
Anyway, guys.
So.
Anyway, but yeah.
Why you mad about you said
No, I
earlier
said,
in the video
Ashley
you
Tisdale.
said Ashley Tisdale's babe.
I
didn't
liked
even
her
say that
from
he was
Sweet
babe.
Life, Zach and Cody back then she was bae. That character. I didn't like her as Sharpay.
Okay.
Did not. But now I have a newfound understanding. She's not bae anymore. Period.
Oh,
But
I thought you was gonna say now.
No, you're bae. But I have a new understanding about the character. I'm like, she wasn't as bad as we thought she was.
She just wanted his attention, basically. How I see it, she just wanted his attention.
Right, she not.
But she
bad.
had money. She don't need him for
and then when
that.
she went to New York, I didn't even know nothing about Sharpay. I did not know that they made another.
I didn't know.
Spin-off
I think
film.
it was after we probably stopped watching.
Yeah, 2011.
So.
At that time, I think I stopped watching that. But yeah, wow, that's interesting. Very interesting.
I just want to know what happened to Corbin because I don't see him anywhere.
Yeah, I don't see him anywhere. He probably doing movies.
I see the dude from Holes more than I do him. You know what I'm talking about, right? I don't know his name, but the dude that was Zero.
So,
and they almost were like the same person.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, I don't know. I see Zach doing stuff. What about?
I see Zach doing a whole bunch of comedy.
Vanessa Hudgens, you see her doing stuff?
I think music.
Music? I don't really see her doing much. A couple magazine photo shoots here, and then I remember Drake. Remember Drake was like last year or something like that. Drake was like on the Billboard Award, and he was like, "Vanessa, you looking real good tonight." You know him.
Yeah.
You know Drake. You know Drake.
Drake be trying to save
right. You know what I'm saying? Drake was like, "You looking real good today, Vanessa." Like, I'm like, "What look he trying to do? Looking." Anyway, guys, please comment below. Test.
Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and share.
some more. Pieces.